Welcome back to our second segment of Community Tapestry. And if you're just joining us, I'm Napoleon Bell, the Director with the Community Relations Commission.
And I'm Toni Teague.
And with everybody. Tapestry presentations, all that kind of good stuff. We'd like to welcome you back to our second segment, and we've got a great second segment because we've got some great celebrations that are coming up this coming up weekend, and especially what we're going to be talking to three individuals here in regards to the Martin Luther King celebration over at Veterans Memorial.
That's right.
Which is incredible every single year. If you got to go to it, you can't miss it, because if you have in the past, you need to go to this one definitely, because it's going to be a great...
It's an experience you don't want to miss.
Definitely an experience you don't want to miss. And so we've got the people to tell us about it. What's going on? So next to me, or next to Toni here, we've got Mark Lomax. He's the music director. He's going to be directing all the music that's going on there. And next to him, we've got Cynthia Goins, who's in charge of the MLK Children's Choir. Got a lot on her hands there, I tell you what.
Voices.
Oh my goodness, a lot on her hands. 150 kids, I think it is, that they have every year. And then next to her, we have Dan Willis. He is the master program producer. He's the guy, you know, the wizard and behind the ball.
Yeah, he is the wizard.
Making things happen. So I'd like to welcome all three of you to the program.
Thank you.
I'm so looking forward to this program because, you know, not just because it emulates out of our office, the Community Relations Commission, but, you know, Dan does something special every year. Every year does something special. So
and you know what? Even though this event is it's a one-day event, I mean, you know, Dan puts his heart and soul into it, and for him, it's a year-round thing. Yeah. Exactly. And for the rest of the team, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to diving right in.
Exactly. So, you know, well, let's start with Dan, since you know we've got Dan to kind of give us an overview, and then we're going to delve into the minutia here about what we're going to see, and then we can talk to Cynthia and Mark and all those things.
The theme this year, we always use the theme Celebrate the Legacy to always remind us of Dr. King's legacy. And we add to it this year, Getting on the Bus. So it's Celebrate the Legacy, Getting on the Bus. And what we're talking about is desegregation in Columbus City schools. As we were doing our research with the students from Ohio State University Center for the Study of Teaching and Writing, who write the script every year for us, we found out that this is a topic that nobody talked about, nobody asked anybody about. And Columbus has a good story to tell. They learned from other cities, and they learned how to do it the right way. And it was a major turning point in the educational model in Columbus. When we put together the program, we really have two primary goals that we meet every year. One is we talk about the life and legacy of Dr. King, which is critical. And we work hard not just to tell a historical story, but try and tell students, why is it relevant today? Because they say, hey, it's a cool story, but so what do you want me to do? We try and challenge them on what they can do. The second part that we have is that we work very hard to see how many young people we can involve. Because if we can get certain things in their brain when they're very young, it becomes a part of them. And as they grow into adulthood, they take these things with them. So that's why we have students who write the script. That's why we have students in the choir. That's why we're starting a new choir this year called the Dream Choir for those students that outgrow the young choir. That's why we have students from Ballet Met who are on stage and they dance for us. We have students who are actors who put together the program, who are on stage with us every year. So we work really hard at trying to give students an opportunity not just for performance, but performance with a reason, with a purpose. So the parents are so proud of them, they feel they've done the very best that they can, and the audience really responds well to them. So this year, Getting on the Bus, we're talking about the transition of Little Rock 9 in 1957 and what was going on at that time period. The second act has to do with 1979 in Columbus, Ohio, and how Columbus City Schools, I'll tell you a little something. During that time, Monsignor Sorahan was the superintendent of Catholic schools. And Columbus City Schools asked him and several of his employees to watch our schools to see if anything would go wrong. And he says, nothing ever went wrong. So Columbus City Schools worked very hard. They even reached out into the parochial schools for support for this transition for desegregation. And then in the third scene, we talk about, okay, we've come a long way, where are we now? And the moms that are in this scene talk about community service. Muhammad Ali once said, our rent for walking this planet is community service. He doesn't say what, he doesn't say how much, but we all have a responsibility to that. So this year we're very lucky to have Hands On Central Ohio have a volunteer fair just for young people. So it's going to be a wonderful experience for everyone.
This sounds like a really, really well thought out event that you've done yet again. Wow. Because last year the theme was Tikkun Olam.
Right.
And
Perfecting
now,
the world.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for what's to come on Monday.
Well, now talk to us. You know, Dan, you alluded to the choir, and then this new choir. Now wait a minute, we got to talk to Cynthia here.
Right, aging
talk,
out.
Yeah, talk to us. You're right about the young choir and the new choir.
The older young choir.
Right. Before you start, what I want to do is I want to make sure that we cover students from 6 years old to 18 years old.
Okay.
That's what my goal is.
Okay.
And she starts them off wonderfully.
Wow.
Yeah, we work with the children between the ages of 6 and 12, and then the new choir will pick up ages 13 and up. Yeah, so we've had a really good experience with the children coming from all across the Franklin County, just various races, various religions, just all these children coming together for this common cause.
Now, how long are they going to be together, and what's that process like for them to gel? Because I remember life in a choir. And, tell us about that gelling experience.
Okay, well, we have 3 rehearsals. We only have 3 rehearsals, and they're 1 hour each. But this year, we only have 2 rehearsals due to scheduling. But it's just an immediate gel. It's just it's interesting. It's very interesting to see how these children come together in such a short time to present this. So it comes across very quickly.
Well, how do you though? You've got 150 plus kids. How do you get them there? I just can't imagine. I mean, I would have my hair would be gone. So how do you manage this and getting all the kids there? But then, if I was a parent, a young person, how do I also get my youth involved in this?
Well,
in this
we
choir?
have a database of names of children that have been with us over the years, and so basically I send out emails and say, please send out. It's just basically an email kind of thing where they spread the word by word of mouth, by email. I have some children who have been with us for 6 or 7 years. They've been singing with us. So yeah, so it's just basically a word of mouth and an email thing. And once they come, I send out the information and they come to rehearsals, and we just get going, because that's not a lot of time to get 100 plus children ready.
And in 1 hour each time.
1 hour. We rehearse from 6:30 to 7:30. Wow. Yes.
I can't imagine, because
she's got the magic.
Well, it's not magic. It's a gift. I know that it's a gift. And I work with children. I'm an elementary school teacher, but I work with children outside of the school as well. I go across the country in the summertime doing music workshops at various churches across the country. So it's something that I know I've been gifted to do. And the music is also a gift. I write all of the music that the children sing. My son here composes. He does all the instrumentation for it. But it's just a gift, and I know that that's something that I've been called to do.
And you share that gift with us. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Mark, we're on to you. And so this is your mom.
Yeah,
and you have the
she's
joy.
the boss.
So what's it like to work with your mom, and what's it like to be part of the King Day celebration?
Well, working with my mom is really interesting. We have this symbiotic kind of thing going on. She'll sing the melody in a tape, and she's just got a digital recorder, but it's been a tape. And I get it.
That's all right.
And I do what I hear, and 9 times out of 10, she says, "That's what I was thinking in my head." She doesn't play piano or anything, but she can hear what she wants. And I don't know if it's because I was inside her for 9 months or what, but I generally hear something similar to what she wants.
Oh.
And if there's any discrepancy or well, no, not that. We just, she's very nice, I'm still afraid of her, so, I want to make sure she's happy.
Right.
And when it comes to working with Dan, it's just been a great 6 years so far. I think this is our 6th or 7th year. And, he gives me the script, and I read through it and kind of talk to Dan and see what he's trying to get across, and I try to paint the picture through the music that he's trying to paint through the text of the script and everything.
So how long have you been working on the songs? So I think Cynthia said that you create the songs and the music that goes to it. This is a lifelong process for Dan, and of course definitely a year long for him. But when do you get rolling?
Well, I generally get an email from Dan in August. You know, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Do you think we can make it happen? And of course, you know,
Yeah.
And then it goes from there. You know, once the script is done, you know, I get the script and I kind of tweak or compose or arrange, you know, whatever music is necessary.
So everything that you do is original then. Right. I mean, each year,
pretty much
everything that we're hearing is
yes, all
original.
the incidental music, the music in between segments, the overture at the very beginning.
Oh, wow.
The music that the children sing, with the exception of the birthday song, pretty much, and any other groups that come that we're not necessarily responsible for.
Okay.
Yeah, we compose and arrange everything.
So we can hear.
It's tailor-made.
So we're hearing, yeah, exactly. we are hearing original music. You know, we're hearing young people from 8 to, or 6
to 12.
6 to 12, and soon now, you didn't elaborate on that next step. Are they going to be there also, or is that something different?
Yeah, they're going to be there. I'm not doing that group, though.
No.
Okay.
We have
Yeah,
somebody
we have
else
Terry
who will be doing
Davis.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing that for us. And this is our first year doing it. So
Right.
we're trying to provide just an opportunity for students. That's why in the rehearsal I asked how many are 11, how many are 12, to see how many students might be eligible for the next time. The one of the things that you're touching on, which is really, really neat, and I don't know if the audience understands this, but every year our program is a premiere. Every year the students write a script that has never been written before. Every year we do music that for the first time it's ever been performed. This year we have a fellowship with the Jazz Arts Group, and we have 7 students and 3 faculty members who are writing, or who have written original music for the entertainment after each of the 3 acts. So not only have they written it, but they're going to be performing it. So when people come to our program, not only do they get a chance to hear the mayor and his thoughts for the bicentennial and Martin Luther King, but they also get to hear a script and a story that's never been told before, and they get to hear music for the first time. And that's a tremendous experience.
Exactly right.
And I don't know if you're right. I don't know if the audience actually realizes that. So I hope that by seeing this program, they'll really chime in and come to appreciate that, because that's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Exactly.
It's easy to do the same song every year.
Every
We
year.
do that
It
with the
is.
birthday song, which is a wonderful tradition. And we do that. One of the primary reasons we do the birthday song is that before President Reagan signed Dr. King's birthday as a national holiday, there was a lot of complaining about it because he would be the only non-president with a national holiday. So in that summer before that January where he signed it into law, Stevie Wonder wrote this song to advertise the importance of Dr. King's celebration. So we sing it every year, if nothing more than to respect that tradition that we have as a country of making Dr. King the national holiday.
Wow. And you talk about the youth and the youth involvement, and that they're going to have the Youth Volunteer Fair. Now, also, you know, we can't forget about the March portion.
Correct.
To get the people to Veterans Memorial. You know, and that's a portion where, you know, we want to have thousands of youth, but then also, you know, older adults, because there's a time that during a gathering at around 4:15 at City Hall where they'll have that opportunity to hot chocolate and cookies, because it might be a little chilly.
Usually it's really cold
It's
around
a
that
little
time,
chilly.
but this year it's going to be a little warmer
Right.
than normal.
45.
Right.
45, so it's going to be 45
come on
degrees.
out.
But we
And
need
we've got some.
Oh,
video
matter of fact, there's some video from I think that was last year's March, and we're looking to have a few thousand people, if not more. So we want to make sure that everybody comes out to it. It's going to be great weather, like we talked about in the 40s, and we want them to bring the banners. We want young people from all the schools and agencies and what have you to bring their banners in support of Dr. King's message and vision, but then also support showing that they have that mission and vision. One other thing is that, you know, we did the Pledge of Nonviolence for the last year for the first time, and we're doing that again up on the wall where you can sign your pledge of nonviolence for the year coming. So we want to continue that because to help reduce violence, but also to be thoughtful of that to reduce violence, and that was, you know, Dr. King's message of nonviolence. So we want to make sure we continue that, but. All these, we should get the children's choir out there. Well, I guess they
Well,
could.
no.
You know, they're going to be
They're going to be
busy.
preparing.
Speaking of banners, this is the first year that Columbus City Schools has endorsed our program. And we asked middle school and high school students to make banners for the march and join at City Hall at 4 o'clock. So that the invitation has gone out to all the schools, the middle schools and high schools, and they need to listen to their PA announcements, and it'll tell them how to do it, and there's posters in the schools so that they can be a part of this celebration too, and starting at the march. And then they can come across the Broad Street Bridge. Again, we do that ceremonially because Dr. King did that for voting rights in Selma, Alabama.
For the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Yeah, the Edmund Pettus Bridge. So we do that ceremonially. And then people come over to Vets Memorial after that. And for those people who would rather not march for whatever reasons, our doors open at 4 o'clock for the volunteer fair. It's not a job, volunteer fair. And then the doors to the theater open up at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
We also have an art show, don't we?
We do. Because our office also does a Martin Luther King Arts program, arts exhibit. And so, as a matter of fact, I just saw much of the art at our office. And so all that art and the young persons who did it will be exhibiting their art at Veteran Memorial.
My eye doctor bought one of the pieces last year. She
Really?
loved it.
Oh,
she loved
yeah,
it.
there were several that I wanted to.
It was quite a sight to see.
But see, this is the experience that parents are always looking for healthy educational experiences for their family. Mm-hmm. So if you have your children and your family get together to make a banner and you come across the bridge in the march, you come into Veterans Memorial and you see all this activity focused on young people and their development. Volunteer fair is remarkable. They see the art. The students will be there with their art. We're going to have 10 ambassadors, students in high schools. There are 10 ambassadors we've chosen to help us with the volunteer fair. So they're going to have green ribbons on, and they'll be able to answer questions and help students. So it's peer-to-peer education. It's not just adult to child, but it's peer-to-peer. They come into the program. It's a it's an hour-long show, 57-minute commercial. But it's within their ability to understand and enjoy. The pacing is very sharp. They learn things they never learned before. Then they can come back out into the hall because the mayor will talk hopefully a little bit about the volunteer effort and what students can do that are out there. We have 20 agencies that are out in the hallway to help students engage in the community. So they can go back in the hallway and still go home with more than they ever came with. So we're working really hard for our future in Columbus. We're working hard with the individual child and giving the parents a healthy educational opportunity for their family. And this is a program that's open up to all of Columbus. Mayor is mayor of all of Columbus. He says, I'm not a mayor of just this group or that group or this group. I'm mayor of the entire city of Columbus. So you'll see the entire city of Columbus reflected on our stage and in our programming.
And we can see that entire city of Columbus and the totality of the community embraced in your program. I mean, just the way that you've managed to do outreach with the Ohio State University and with Columbus City Schools over the years and bringing more and more people. I mean, it's not like you're contracting and saying, let's do the same program every year. Right. You've expanded, and I'm just so proud of all the great work that you're doing in collaboration.
Yeah,
in collaboration with your team.
Okay. It's not just me. I have a team. I have advisors at Ohio State University that help us out. I have Rebecca Verhoff at Hands On for Central Ohio. I have people that we try to delegate responsibility and pride in participation with the program. Mark and Cynthia have been with us forever. You know, and it means that there are these two elements of the program I don't have to worry about. Mark is being shy. There are times when we're running the program that I say I need 10 seconds of music, and he's there when we do transitions. And then the gift that Cynthia has with the children, it's truly amazing. You're very shy. Not only does she write the music, but she teaches them the songs. And she teaches Black history, Martin Luther King history during that time period too. She thanks the parents and makes the parents feel proud. And then our students learn how to sign one of the songs. So they learn history, they sing history, and then they get knowledge. Isn't that right? They get knowledge. Okay? So with this team that we have, we work really hard to see how else can we just pop the buttons on each of those kids every year. And you came up with a wonderful idea. Tell us about the project that we're doing with Children's Hospital.
Well, Children's Hospital has been the place that we've rehearsed for many years. They've been such a gracious host for us. And so this year I tried to think of a way to give back to the hospital. And I went on their website, and they have on their donations page a listing of different ways that you can give back. One of the things that they have is their pajama closet, which provides pajamas for children in their cancer unit. And for every $10 that is donated, a pair of pajamas can be given. And so I thought about that, and I just mulled around that idea. So each child that's in the choir that wanted to, they've given a $10 donation for the pajama closet. And I also am a teacher, and our second grade teachers, I was talking with them about it, and they decided to join in with us, and we have raised over $500 for the pajama closet.
Wow.
So we will be able
That's
to provide over 50 pair of pajamas. So we're hoping that the amount will get a little bit more, but we'll make the presentation tomorrow at rehearsal tomorrow.
And what are we doing tomorrow night?
And we're wearing pajamas to rehearsal.
Oh, I love this
We're
creativity.
wearing pajamas, yes, we're wearing pajamas. So I'm just excited about that opportunity to give back, and that the children will actually see us making the presentation to a hospital representative so that they know that this is where our money is going, and they see it actually there. And it's fun for the children, too. So
That's awesome.
A definite learning experience, though, for the children, too. I mean, that talk about impact, that you're helping someone.
That's right.
I mean, you're seeing it in action.
That's right. And what I asked the parents to do was to talk with their children about a way to earn the $10, and to do something to earn it as they give it. So we're hoping that some of them are able to do that, not just take it out of Dad's pocket, give it.
Right.
But
are the
to
confident
actually
teacher.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see you in action.
We're excited
Well,
about it.
it sounds like you're passing on gifts. I mean, you talk about you're continuing to pass on gifts.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, last words. We've got a couple minutes left. Dan, last
The
words.
program is at 5:45 at Veterans Memorial, 300 West Broad Street. Starts with the march at 4 o'clock at City Hall. Walk across the bridge, come over to Veterans Memorial, have a great time, a great experience for your entire family. The program is free.
Free.
I can't make it any better than that. It's free, okay? And when you
free.
get in the door, we'll have volunteers who will pass out tickets because we have to keep track of how many people are in the show. The show is 57 minutes, hands-on. We'll have volunteer fare for the kids. Again, it gives you a chance as a parent to stretch your child and engage them in the community at a very young age. It's a tremendous program. Celebrate the legacy, getting on the bus.
Well, so we want to make sure that everybody gets there, or at least to veteran, or to
City Hall.
City Hall at 4:15. We'll go across the bridge. The program and doors open at Veteran Memorial at 5 o'clock. Program starts at 5:45, and our first thing on the program will be the oratorical contest winner, because we have the oratorical contest that our office also does on Saturday at the King Arts Complex. So, for our viewing audience, you see this, or you've seen this live tonight, Saturday at the King Arts Complex. Want to make sure that you are there to see these great orators. Talking about young people that can memorize all this. My goodness,
They put on quite a good performance.
it is incredible. So you got to see that at noon on Saturday at the King Arts Complex, and then make sure you make it down to City Hall, Columbus City Hall, at 4 o'clock, 4:15. Be there. It's going to be nice and warm.
Yep.
We'll be out there. Bring your
We'll have
banners.
hot chocolate anyway.
Exactly. And then make sure that we see the program at 6 o'clock. We look forward to the music, to the children's choir. You getting them all in there?
And the whole production,
And
all
the whole
57
production.
minutes of it.
Right. And you're real calm and cool and collected right now, but I've seen you at the show, so it's just like...
It's another side.
It's another
I
side.
don't know. Even, you know what? Even for all that hustle bustle, he's still always calm, cool, and collected in my book.
Exactly.
Always.
Get out of his way. Get out of his way. Well,
Mark, Cynthia, and of course Dan, thank you so very much.
thanks so much, and we thank you for allowing us into your home to impart this great information in regards to the Martin Luther King program. And then also, don't forget the Civil Rights Tour we have coming up through our office. It's April 10th through the 14th. That's April 10th through the 14th, the Civil Rights Heritage Tour. Give us a call, 645-1993, because we talk about educating our youth, and we want a lot of youth. We want a lot younger, older.
We want the hands-on experience with them.
All together. So once again, thank you guys for being on the program. We look forward to the program. And thank you for allowing us into your home. Have a great week, and take care.